Welcome to the United Center in Chicago, Illinois. It's an NBA Thursday night on ESPN and EA Sports as we get set for the Chicago Bulls, looking for the win tonight at home against the visiting Oklahoma City Thunder. The Thunder coming off a very impressive win in their previous game against Toronto. Jeff, they just couldn't miss from long distance.
They were in the zone last game. I mean, when you shoot the ball that well from deep, it's hard to lose. They were absolutely on fire, and because of that, they got the victory.
Durant the rebound. Even though the Durant injury last year, Jeff, was so difficult for the Thunder, how about the play of Russell Westbrook? He was Mr. Triple-Double one stretch of the season.
Incredible year for Russell Westbrook. He too was injured, but when Westbrook came back, he was on absolute fire. He knew his team needed him to be great on a nightly basis, and he absolutely delivered.
Knocks it down. That's a two-pointer. 2 points. The Bulls coming off an excellent defensive win in their previous game against Charlotte. Jeff, that defense was smothering.
And Mike, never underestimate great defense in our league. When you do as many good things defensively as they did, it's hard to beat. Blocking shots, forcing turnovers, talking. It was just an excellent display of fundamental defensive basketball.
Westbrook brings it across. Durant from long distance in the corner. No other rebound. He's averaging 7 rebounds per game this season. For the layup, Durant the rebound. Jeff, I don't think there was any player looking forward to this season more than Kevin Durant after the injury play campaign he had last year.
Oh, there's no question, Mike. He loves basketball, he loves competing, and he loves his teammates in Oklahoma City. And so, without Durant, I thought they performed well. With Durant, they have as good a roster as anybody in the NBA. Kevin Durant will have a big-time year if healthy.
For 3, the wide-open shot. Strong rebound by Gasol. He's averaging 10 rebounds per game this season.
When you see how many rebounds these teams have already combined for, the story about this game is rebounding. But the real story is neither team can make a shot. That's why the rebounding numbers are so high.
Westbrook, and here's the double. Oh, he slams it through. 3 minutes gone by in the first. The Bulls down by 1. Noah's trying for position in the paint. He's blocked. You know, Jeff, during his NBA career, Kevin Durant's been known as a humble superstar, a real gentleman. But we've seen now that hunger for a championship. We've seen a little bit of a nasty streak in him, one that just wants to do anything to win a title.
It is, and I think he's feeling the heat to try to deliver a championship to Oklahoma City. I think the pressures are legitimate. I think he's feeling it. And I think sometimes he's lashing out at what he feels is unjust, unwarranted, unfair critiquing and criticism.
Four minutes gone by in the first. Chicago's down by 1. Look at him leave his feet for the ball. You know, Jeff, it was a puzzling decision that the Thunder let go Scott Brooks, the head coach who had so much success. But Billy Donovan, I know you know him well. He's a heck of a coach.
He is, and he replaces a great coach in Scott Brooks. I think Billy is going to be a really good NBA head coach and is a great fit for this Oklahoma City team. Because when he's taken over for Scott Brooks, those are absolutely big shoes to fill.
Has the wide open three. Rebound snatched by Butler.
You got to learn to win in different ways. Sometimes all your shots are going in and the rebound totals are down. Here tonight, the ball isn't going in, so you've got to win the battle of the boards.
Again with the open shot. Noah the rebound. He's averaging 7 rebounds per game this season. Noah on the drive. Goes to the goal. Nicely executed. And we have a timeout here in the late stages of the first quarter.
Look, you can't give up layups like that. You got to protect the basket and the paint at all costs.
Jeff, pound for pound, Russell Westbrook, could he be the most dynamic player in the league?
You know, Mike, you remember back when Mark Jackson and I, when we were working with you, had that discussion on what does pound for pound mean? Who cares pound for pound? It's just, are you there or aren't you there? He's there. He's a great competitor. What does pound for pound mean?
He's a small guy, but he's as ferocious as anybody.
No, small is Muggsy Bogues. Russell Westbrook is 6'4", animal, animal, strong, tough, fearless, competitive. He's not small, he's strong.
Animal? Puts up another shot. Nice finish around the rim. 2 points. Chicago's leading Oklahoma City by a score of 12-10. Dunks it hard.
Oh, that's a sweet finish right there. Dunking the ball with strength and force.
To the basket, gets it to drop.
You want to keep attacking the basket and get layups around the rim. That's how you score consistently.
To the basket, flips it up. The Thunder with the offensive rebound for a second chance opportunity. He puts it up. And the first quarter comes to an end. The score is tied. We'll be right back with more basketball here on ESPN. As we begin.
Let's go, fellas. Let's go.
And both teams making changes to their lineups right now. Substitutions. Oklahoma City. Westbrook has the double team converge in the paint, and we have a foul called against Rose. And Steve Adams will go to the line with under a minute and a half to go in the first half.
Smart basketball, preventing an easy score and putting a poor free throw shooter to the free throw line.
And fails to hit them both. Hits the first, misses the second. Gets to the rim. Won't go on the adjusted attempt. Oh, goes across the line. Backcourt violation.
Another good quality attempt at the basket. Unfortunately, they missed it.
Westbrook draws the double team. Oh, they got him for 3 seconds. Chicago's leading Oklahoma City by a score of 31-29. Inside. An easy layup, but it won't go. Rose fires, and a nice finish at the basket.
Don't worry about the miss. Just keep creating quality shots. Eventually, they will go in.
Oh, quick move gets inside. Adams looking to set up in the paint. Durant's off the mark from three-point land. There's the whistle. Offensive foul.
To number 14. No basket.
When you're down, these special situations, these 2-for-1 opportunities must be executed properly.
Oh, nice rebound by Rose. And now he moves around the defender, puts it up. Oh, tough shot.
That was the absolute definition of a forced shot. But it's hard not to smile when you see it go in. That was a gamble that somehow paid off.
Durant into the front court. Raiders shot turned back. Curling in, gets it off. That's a two-pointer. Good finish inside.
4-2. The assist from number 3.
Buzzer sounds, and the first half comes to an end. The Bulls up by 8. From the legendary Fab Five, Jalen Rose now ready to talk some basketball. And we're back at the United Center for the second half. Along with Jeff Van Gundy, Mike Breen on hand. Chicago's got to be very happy with that first half. Now they've got to have that killer instinct, Jeff.
Yeah, exactly. And this is what few NBA teams have.
Puts it down. What a play.
Oh, look at the athleticism exploding up to finish with the hammer.
And he curls in to the rim. That's good for 2. He's shooting 52% from the field.
That's just a nice layup right there.
Jeff, is there anybody in the entire NBA who's as a ferocious competitor as Russell Westbrook?
Not when you put together that competitive spirit and the talent. From the point guard position, the strength, the all the time, every possession aggression to attack, the energy, the durability, all of those things make him a special, special player.
Yep, he hit a foul called against Durant. And he'll get to shoot free throws for the first time in the game.
Number 14.
This is the first. Good bounce back, hitting the second free throw. He's 1 for 2. Westbrook bringing it up here. Durant, the jumper. Can't hit from beyond the arc. Double team closing in. Nice adjustment. Nice job drawing the foul. It's called against Durant. Chicago's 2 for 3 from the line here tonight.
Team foul number 2 for the Bulls.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Jimmy Butler back with the Bulls. That was the #1 priority in the offseason. He has turned into as good a two-way player as there is on the perimeter.
What a year Jimmy Butler had, bouncing back from a subpar year the year before. The NBA's most improved player, and like you said, Mike, he did it at both ends of the floor. A terrific team.
It's good, and the foul. Block called against Ibaka.
That one deserves another look. Here comes the replay.
Terrific concentration to finish the shot, and now shoot a free throw.
To the line for one.
Knocks down the free throw, and that completes the three-point play. For three. Noah the rebound. He's averaging 7 rebounds per game this season. Oh, he stepped out of bounds.
Those lines are on the court for a reason. You can't step on them and go out of bounds. This drives me absolutely wacko to see a guy step out of bounds.
Westbrook walks it across.
Durant the jumper.
The Thunder with the offensive rebound for a new 24. Knocks it down, a two-pointer. Oklahoma City's shooting 38% from the field here tonight.
You're not going to see a better possession in the NBA from both sides of the ball. Good defense, good offense. Good offense won out that time.
Adams against Noah. Curls in. Durant for two. Durant shot won't go. There's the double team. Rose. The Bulls with the offensive rebound for another possession. Out of bounds. Whistle sounds. It'll be Bulls ball. Here's some scores, the latest from around the league. Here's an interception. At the rim, and Dion Waiters with the nice look, sinks it.
Hey, you can only control what you can control. The defense there was great. It was just a better shot.
Puts it up, nails it. That's a two-pointer. The Bulls up by 8. Jeff, Kevin Durant displays a lot of humility, but you know he feels he's the best player on the floor every time he steps on the court.
And he should. That's what great players think. They think they put in so much time into their craft to hone it, to perfect it, that no one can stop them. And when it comes to scoring, there is not a better scorer in this league than Kevin Durant. He has earned the right to feel he's at the very top of his game offensively.
To the rim, swats that one away.
Are you kidding me? That's the way to protect the basket.
The two defenders converge to the rim. Adams the rebound. He's averaging 9 boards per game this season. Wide open for 3. Bang! From downtown. Oklahoma City 6 for 18 from beyond the arc.
That's a thing of beauty right there. The three-point shot, nothing but net.
Sloppy ball handling. They double him. Gets it up for 2. Converts on the inside.
2 points.
Chicago's leading Oklahoma City by a score of 50-41. For 2. Able to knock it down. And Kevin Durant with 16 points.
Whether you look back at his last game or his performance over the course of the season, there's no denying he's hard to stop from getting his points and his numbers.
And we have a substitution here.
Entering the game for the Thunder.
And that will do it. The final score is 75-59. For Jeff Van Gundy and our entire EA Sports crew, this is...
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Bulls got themselves a win here today. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they score their points. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Chicago Bulls. The Thunder didn't provide the kind of offensive output needed to win a game at the NBA level. So it's imperative that they put this one behind them and start preparing for the next matchup. Check out the leading scores for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Game stats. Player of the game.
Clark did everything it took to stand out in this matchup. He led all players in points, providing the kind of offense that could not be contained. Just look at these highlights and tell me you don't agree. He did most of his damage offensively in the opening half, really making his presence known right up front. He backed it up by leading all players in scoring to help his team get a nice win. Here's our top plays of the game. And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.
I guess I gotta do it on myself. It's not proud enough. Probably better off without you though. Oh yeah, it's working. 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 I just had another phone meeting. Felt like I was all alone speaking to the clones, keeping black music soul weeping. I'm a new angel and they only want the old demons. Glorifying music that's abusive and a threat to us. And if you got a message in your records, you collecting dust up on the shelf. They selling us components meant to self-destruct and shelter us. And skelter in disguise is something helping us. So I'ma build a bunker now in the underground, surviving with that other sound. Clipping magazines, repeating this ain't had to be. Self-published, but we still running for covers now. Imagine me in pageantries rebranded as awards. What's the difference between them auction blocks and cooning for applause? Even selling out or buying something that you can't afford. It ain't a plan to keep us poor, it's just a plan to be ignored. But I guess I gotta do it on myself. It's not proud enough. Probably better off without you though. Oh yeah, it's working. Oh yeah, it's working. Oh yeah, it's working. Oh yeah, it's working. Oh yeah, it's working.
Welcome to the United Center in Chicago, Illinois. It's an NBA Saturday night brought to you by ESPN on EA Sports as we get set for the Bulls looking for their 7th win of the season against the Minnesota Timberwolves. All right, as this game gets underway, Jeff, anybody that stands out in your mind that they need to focus on against the Timberwolves tonight?
When you have Kevin Martin playing off of Andrew Wiggins, you've got two dramatically different type of players, but both are absolutely established in their role offensively. I love how these guys fit together, particularly when they're playing against second-unit defenses.
Throws it down. What a play.
Oh, that's nice right there. The finish at the rim with a nice dunk.
He curls. The Bulls coming off an impressive win in their previous game against Oklahoma City.
Jeff, they won for a number of reasons. What would you say was the most important?
Say it with me, Mike. Come on. It's a make or miss league. You know it. They did it. They made it from the three, and when you have the three-pointer going, I don't care who you are, you're tough to beat.
for the layup. Misses the two. Tries to adjust the shot. There's a foul. It's called against the Timberwolves. That's their first team foul. And Joakim Noah will go to the line. He's shooting 66% from the line on the season. Oops, missed the first one.
Hey, you can't allow easy baskets. You've got to foul these bad free throw shooters, put them to the line, and see if they can earn their points at the charity stripe.
Slams it home.
Oh, that's a sweet finish right there. Dunking the ball with strength and force.
Goes to the goal. Whistle blows. It's a foul. Kevin Garnett picks up his first of the night. And he'll go to the line to shoot two. First free throw, perfect. And he makes them both. He's certainly not the player he used to be, but having Kevin Garnett in the locker room, on the practice floor with all this young talent, that's going to be a big bonus for Minnesota, Jeff.
Kevin Garnett has often and always been lauded by his coaches as one of the best, if not the best practice player they have ever seen. You were going to feel the Kevin Garnett impact on the Minnesota Timberwolves this season.
Rubio looking to dupe the defense, draws the double team. Wiggins from downtown, no one near him. Wiggins shot from three-point land, no good. To the basket, nice soft touch at the rim.
You need guys who can make shots under duress and pressure. That was a well-defended possession, but that...
The alley-oop finishes with a slam.
The assist by number 9, Ricky Rubio.
They call a 3-second violation. It's been a rough couple of years for the T-Wolves, Jeff, but they've got some fine young talent, including Andrew Wiggins, who at times last year showed why he deserved Rookie of the Year.
Absolutely. In the trade for Kevin Love, they nabbed Andrew Wiggins, and he had a spectacular first year for the Timberwolves. His strength and athleticism in transition was a sight to behold, and they're going to be building around Wiggins and Karl Anthony Towns.
Everybody clap your hands.
To the basket, flips it up. Nice soft touch.
Look, you can't give up layups like that. You got to protect the basket and the paint at all costs.
Three minutes gone by in the first, and it's a tie game. Noah the rebound. He's averaging 7 rebounds per game this season. Rose bringing it up. In the paint, knocks it down.
You want to keep attacking the basket and get layups around the rim. That's how you score consistently.
Jeff, this kid Wiggins won Rookie of the Year last year. What's the next step for him?
I think it's to become a perennial all-star, Mike. Can he be the best player on a playoff team in the Western Conference? And the answer is, talent-wise, yes. I think the sky is the limit for Andrew Wiggins because he is a special, special talent.
Misses.
Don't worry about the miss. Just keep creating quality shots. Eventually, they will go in.
Rubio on the drive. No room there, throws it back. Finds a space and takes the wide open three. Wiggins' shot from behind the arc won't go.
This isn't the way he envisioned starting this game by missing so many shots, but don't underestimate his ability to bounce back.
Wiggins' attempt won't go.
Bulls a perfect example of you're going to have your ups and downs night in and night out offensively, but if you play defense with that type of commitment, with that type of passion, you're in every game.
Absolutely. The misnomer is that defense wins championships, but when you're going through and absorbing the injuries the Bulls have had the last couple years, you have to try to stay in games by playing tough as nails defense, and that's exactly the formula the Bulls use to play with great success.
Looking to curl in. Through the reverse. Flips it home. They need to talk it over quick. A 20-second timeout.
Substitutions, Minnesota. Substitutions, Chicago.
Gets to the rim. That's good. And Andrew Wiggins with 8 points.
That's just a nice layup right there.
Number 9, Ricky Rubio.
Shoots it for 2. Derrick Rose with the excellent feed.
For 2. The assist from...
If I was a wing player or a running big man,
Oh, what a play!
Oh, look at the athleticism exploding up to finish with the hammer.
Mirotic looking to do damage in the paint. Fires again. Gets that one to drop.
For 2. The assist from number 1, Derrick Rose. One minute remaining in the first.
Inside. There's the whistle. Good job to draw the foul. And he'll head to the line with under a minute to go here in the first. And he hits the first free throw.
It's the first foul in the last 2 minutes.
Able to convert on both free throws. The two defenders swarm. He shoots. Nice touch at the basket.
2 points.
Chicago's leading Minnesota by a score of 18-16. I think they're going to call a violation. Yep, it's a 5-second back to the basket violation. Rose in possession. Mirotic looking to operate from down low. Puts it up for 2. Nice finish around the rim. Rubio into the front court. Throws it down hard.
For 2. The assist from number 79.
Rose against Rubio. Puts it up. Gets it to go.
2 points.
And here's another look at that solid finish at the rim. And that'll do it for the first quarter. The Bulls up by 4. We'll have more NBA action coming up for you right after.
Remember, fans,
Chicago's changes on the court right now from both teams.
into the game for the Denver Bulls.
Jeff, we have a lot of exciting young players in our league, but Zach LaVine, wow, he is something special to watch.
well, in the dunk contest, He reinvigorated it. Now the goal for LaVine is to translate that great athleticism into production on the floor. He had an up-and-down rookie year last year. The growth period from first year to second year has to be great. We've got to see it every night.
To the rim.
Muhammad the rebound.
What a dunk.
2 points. The assist from number 8, Zach LaVine.
Moves around the defender. Smothering defense, and he gets the shot up.
4-2.
Chicago's leading Minnesota by a score of 34-32.
One minute remaining in the second quarter.
Gets past the defense. Nice. Lets it go. And a nice finish at the basket. Double team closing in at the rim. Oh, difficult shot against the double team.
What more could the defense have done, Mike? They had him double teamed, and he still managed to get off the shot.
Oh, excellent screen. Muhammad against McDermott. Martin jump shot. Misses for 2.
We're seeing some outstanding defensive work, forcing the offensive team into late shot clock shots, which are very low percentage.
At the buzzer. And the first half comes to an end. Chicago's up by 2. And now time to hand it over to Jalen Rose. And we're back at the United Center for the second half of this game. If you're just joining us, along with me is Jeff Van Gundy. I'm Mike Breen. Chicago's got a slim lead as the third quarter gets underway. But, Jeff, this one's anyone's game right now.
It is very closely and hotly contested. I like how both teams are playing. They've just got to try to get a little bit more separation with some sound quality possessions.
There's always a little extra pressure on the #1 overall pick. For this kid, Karl Anthony Towns, seems like he can deal with that, Jeff.
I like his versatility, Mike. I think he can make some perimeter shots. He can score in the post. I think he'll be able to have the mobility to guard pick and rolls and still block shots at the rim. He's an underrated passer. Again, I think this was a hard pick to make in this draft, but this is a very, very good basketball player.
Careless ball handling. Rose for 3, off balance. The Bulls with control on the rebound. Lets it go. Oh, he swats it and goes out of bounds.
Hey, if you want to be a great defensive team, you have to have shot blocking to protect your goal. Another great shot block right there due to his timing and effort.
The Bulls with the offensive rebound to keep it alive. There's the putback counted. Chicago's leading Minnesota by a score of 40-36.
Rubio is such a talented passer, as we know, Jeff. He just has a knack for finding the open man.
He does, and his teams will always play with great fluidity on the court because he sets this vital tone of give it up early. Like, it doesn't even have to be an assist pass. Sometimes he's just throwing the ball ahead to the first open man, and that leads to someone else getting an assist. So don't just quantify Rubio with his assist numbers. Appreciate his entire unselfish attitude.
No back-to-back free throws here. He misses the second. Rubio coming across. Wiggins' shot blocked and goes out of bounds. Let's take a look at the NBA games scheduled for today. Three-point attempt. Chicago's leading Minnesota by a score of 41-36. To the rim. Martin the rebound. Double team, able to get the shot off. Two-pointer won't go.
Minnesota's just not set the right tone defensively. They're getting absolutely obliterated on that end of the floor.
Rubio's such a terrific passer, great hands defensively. He could ever get a consistent perimeter game, Jeff, he'd be unstoppable.
Yeah, he has to improve his jump shooting ability. Still shoots that set shot type of shot that takes a long time to get rid of. I think this has got to be something that Rubio, in concert with his coaches, works on diligently. It's got to improve because you need your point guards to be able to score as well. It can't be just one-dimensional passing.
Oh, what a block. Oh, great hustle as he looks for the save. Whistle sounds out of bounds, so it'll be Timberwolves ball. Wiggins for two, lets it go. Gasol the rebound. He's averaging 9 boards per game this season. Fires away for two. Nails it. It's a double-digit lead. Whistle blows. Timeout. The Timberwolves down by 11.
The team needs to refocus. The coach has to do it at a timeout. He can't get it done on the fly on the floor.
Turns him away with the block. Out of bounds. Ref says it'll be Bulls ball.
Pau Gasol was a champion in Los Angeles, Jeff. He wants to be a champion in Chicago. He's been a nice fit for the Bulls.
So many people thought his career was on the downside when Chicago signed him a season ago. But he proved last year to be, along with Jimmy Butler, the two most important players on their roster. Pau Gasol really was good for the Bulls last year, and I expect him to be an excellent addition again this year.
To the rim, gets it to go. +1. The block called against Wiggins. And now it's one free throw to finish off a three-point play.
That's great body control right there. Finishes the shot and now goes to the free throw line.
And he misses the free throw. Puts it home with a slam.
Oh, that's nice right there. The finish at the rim with the nice dunk.
It's a loose ball. Reaches in. Taken away by Wiggins. Oh, what a play.
Oh, that's a sweet finish right there. Dunking the ball with strength and force.
The Bulls are talented. The Bulls are tough, Jeff. But the Bulls have not been healthy. As always, that's the key for this team.
Absolutely, Mike. Health is imperative for every team, but particularly for the Chicago Bulls. And it starts with Derrick Rose. And then Joe Noah battling.
It looks like we have a little player shuffling going on here.
Substitutions, Minnesota.
Lets it go. Offensive rebound. Oh, and he throws it down. Chicago's leading Minnesota by a score of 72-64. Had to do it there. They stopped the clock with the foul. First free throw, good. Second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. And a timeout taken late here in the fourth.
Hey, it doesn't look good, but you got to give yourself a chance to win. Last minute of the game, come out of the timeout, get a quick score or get yourself to the free throw line, and then try to knock the ball loose with your pressure defense.
Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Timberwolves ball. Half a minute remains in the game. Chicago's up by 9. Inside. Beautiful move.
You want to keep attacking the basket and get layups around the rim. That's how you score consistently.
No choice there. They had to stop the clock, and they give the foul. Can't connect on the first free throw. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting the second. There's the double team. On the drive. And Chicago's called for their first team foul. And it's on to the free throw line for a couple of freebies. Knocks down the first one. Oh, they're very much alive. Now just a 6-point game. And that's it. The final buzzer goes. The final score is 74-6.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Bulls took this down to the wire before getting the win. And let's not miss this statistic. The majority of their points were scored in the paint. This is a team that put in the kind of blue-collar work that gets rewarded with the victory. The Timberwolves are probably frustrated with themselves after such a narrow loss. And while they didn't win the game, they could have won a dunk contest. They put down plenty of slams in this matchup. The Timberwolves can point to these guys for their scoring output.
Game track. Points in the paint.
When I see points in the paint on the screen, I think physical basketball. I think about sacrificing your body and getting the hard-earned points. These teams definitely exemplified that here today.
Player of the game.
Clark is the recipient of this award for his excellent game here today. When you're the game leader in points, it's hard not to stand out. And he did exactly that in today's matchup. He was impressive offensively throughout the game, but he did most of his scoring in the first half. That set a tone which dominated the story in this matchup. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.